What is going on? And welcome to the very first ever episode of Beer Belly Last Call. It's going to be a ridiculous ride, if I may say. I think John and I had a pretty fun, ridiculous time recording this for you. If you happen to be a patron on patreon.com/beerbellypod, first off, just thank you for helping our dreams to come true. Every dollar is going to help towards making this show and all future projects from Beer Belly as great as possible. So again, thanks so very much. This is going to be a wild ride. This first episode, we hit the ground running. Once we really get started, get ready for everything. This is going to be uncensored on Patreon. We might have to do some future bleeps once it gets the wide release a few months later. But until then, enjoy the uncensoredness that is John and AJ on the show. If you have any tier ideas, we have already received a few for like a future $10 and $15 tier. At the time of this airing, those may not exist yet. But if you have ideas of what you would like to see us do, it's your money. You're helping pay for all of this. So by all means, throw out your ideas. Otherwise, we'll continue to come up with some fun stuff along the way. But again, thank you so very much for your patronage, for your support. Let's make Beer Belly as great as it possibly can be. And enjoy episode 1 of Beer Belly Last Call. You want to kick things off?
Yes, we have beer. We have podcasts. We have AJ. I think that's it. I think that's right. Welcome to our first episode of Last Call.
Beer Belly Last Call.
Yeah.
If you're here day one, it's because you signed up for the $5 tier of the show. Thank you very much for your support. Obviously, if you're listening to this not on day one, it might have been a few months later after we've released it free for everyone. But again,
R1.
The $5 from everyone helps out a lot, so thank you.
It's gas money for me to get here.
Exactly.
Because we're going to be recording these in person, right?
In person.
You know? So I need that gas money.
Help us out.
Keep subscribing to our Patreon.
Help us with the beer fund, please. We're probably showing this logo too much, and we're not even sponsored by this brewery. But at the same time, it's worth mentioning. But thank you so much. Man. As you can tell from the title of this episode, we're going to be having a silly little time today.
Yes.
Because we watched what movies again?
We watched Logan, Wolverine 2.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Elektra. We definitely watched Elektra.
Twice.
Ghost Rider. Blade.
1 and 2. Ghost Rider.
What are some other non-Fox
or non-Disney Fox or non-Disney movies? Yeah. What else would be
X-Men,
one?
All
Fantastic
of them.
Four 1 and 2.
Yeah, and the remake.
And the remake, which I watched
remake,
recently. It was all right. It was all right. What if we just... I don't think we're going to do this because the first 2 movies we're reviewing today are not terrible at all. Oh,
no.
Spoilers, I guess.
Yeah.
We like it.
It's pretty good. I think most people like it, if I'm being honest with you.
I would agree. But what if we occasionally watch the terrible movie?
I would love to do that, a nice run of the awful... Would you consider the X-Men movies awful?
After 2, yeah. And I mean, there's certain moments of all 3 of the first movies that just, are a little bit aged, a little dated, if you will.
Yeah, they're fucking old.
They are fucking old.
They're pretty fucking old.
Halle Berry is beautiful and awesome as Storm, but we all know the classic line from the first movie. If you don't, here's a clip. If I remember to put it in.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
He won't. Spoilers. You need to give us more money if you want those clips inserted.
Oh, for sure. So keep it rolling with the $1 and $5 tiers. That helps out a lot. But thank you and welcome again to patreon.com/beerbellypod. Thank you so much.
Okay, so maybe we should actually say the titles of the movies we're going to be talking about.
Sure.
Reviewing.
Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. Yes, with all the chimichanga glory. I'm hoping that he does eat a nice chimichanga in Deadpool 3, actually. Deadpool and Wolverine. That'd be kind of hot.
It's Deadpool 3.
Nice.
Right?
Yes, I would say so. I mean, it's not like an official numbered title, is it yet at this time?
No, it's actually called Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, I don't think there's going to be a Deadpool 3 after it, but,
They could have just taken the Twister route and just put an S at the end of it. Deadpool's.
Right. Oh, sure. Cute.
How lazy was it? Twisters.
Sin and I, my wife, for those of you who don't know, have been laughing about that the entire time since trailers launched way back when. I remember watching the first trailer and I was like, wait a second. This isn't a Twister sequel, is it? Sure enough.
Oh, there's an
And
S.
I even whispered to her, I was like, Twister. Twisters. And then like 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, Twisters. I was like, what the fuck?
I've heard it's actually pretty good.
I want to see it. I do want to see it. I still have nostalgia for the first one from back in the day,
That one
in like
used
the
to scare
90s.
Shit out of me.
Oh,
I
the
thought
opening
Twisters were a
scene?
real thing.
No,
Well,
no,
they
are a real
technically.
thing.
Yeah.
People have lost their lives. Spoiler alert to the first 2 minutes of the movie, where it's like Jesus God. But yeah, where like the dad is trying to hold down like the what do you call them? The escapes,
the bunker,
if you will. There you go. Yeah. But we don't live in the Midwest, so we don't know what that's like exactly. But where he's like, and then vanish.
You know something crazy, and I think movies glorify it a little bit. My aunt who lives in Tennessee, she has a bunker, but it's like it's a tiny little room in the closet. I mean, in the garage, maybe in the closet. I don't know. I was very surprised. It was so tiny.
Really? Well, I mean, it probably depends on, what is available, but that's still, I'd rather live in there than freaking deal with a tornado trying to eat my ass.
Wow.
No, thank you.
It doesn't want to eat your ass, spoilers.
Gotcha. I'm kind of insulted, tornado. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you.
Jeez, well, we got to bleep these out for the first 5 minutes of the episode. God damn it.
Oh
There's another one. Well, before we get started, obviously, if you're here, it's probably because you enjoy the show, we would hope.
Well.
But with that, we're going to try to make sure we have something fun to drink while we do these episodes. So for episode 1, we have something that's pretty chill, a throwback to a more recent episode that we released. On episode 137, if I'm not mistaken, or 136, we had Relax Hazy IPA from Offshoot Beer Company / The Brewery. And today we have, good sir, which one is that? I bought them, so I don't expect you to know, but I do expect you to know how to read.
I don't know how to read.
Okay. Well, then sound it out. What are you getting from this?
It's a hazy double IPA.
Noise. Retreat Hazy double IPA. We got some giant jellies about to eat this dude on an inner tube. So yeah, instead of a whale shark trying to eat a dude floating above the ocean, now it's giant jellyfish.
Is this a collab beer?
I mean, between the brewery and Offshoot Beer Company, but that's like, I think, common fare between them now. Like they're like sister companies, if you will.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Crazy.
Someone didn't listen to episode 136 of Beer Belly.
I definitely did not. I tune you out as much as possible, if I'm being honest.
I imagine the audience probably only tunes out what I'm saying and listens to about 50% of the episode.
Yeah. Me, the good part.
As you should. No, of course. The recognizable part, as has been proven in public.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, I'm thirsty, and it's a hot Southern California day.
Oh.
Let's get this going.
To the 10 a.m. beer. I think it's 10 a.m.
Oh, just about.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. 10:09 a.m. Pacific Standard
Ooh, that's
Time.
not bad.
That's not bad.
No.
Not bad at all.
For a double?
No, smooth.
8.6.
It's got a little bit of hazy hoppiness to it, though, I will say.
This is a man's beer.
It is a man's beer. 8.6. See, there you go. Approval from John for you regulars out there.
100% approved.
Not bad. I'll be right back. Let me just make sure that this fan isn't making too much noise in our microphones.
No, let him hear it.
God, no.
Let him hear it. I'm going to make the fan noise. Hurry, AJ. Are we keeping this on here? We should. It's Patreon. There we go. Now we're going to fucking burn because of this. Damn, it's crazy how much the heat got worse.
Oh, yeah.
Once you put that fucking thing down.
I probably should aim it right at us, but whatever.
It's
Air
cool.
circulation,
We'll
baby.
deal with it. For you guys.
For
we'll
you, we'll suffer. You're just going to see beads of sweat drench us
Oh
over the
my
course
God.
of this episode. But yes, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Should we start with Deadpool 1?
Maybe.
I guess chronological. No, let's go from Deadpool and Wolverine to 1 and then 2 to
I'm
finish
going to
it
do
off.
whatever the fuck I want.
That-
Cable is in Deadpool 2.
To anyone who watched the first trailer of Deadpool 2 about 5 years ago now, yes, he is in the movie. Go figure. Oh, and the fan turned off. Oh, Jesus, we're going to die now.
We're going to die.
I'm already getting
We are
hot
gonna
at this
die.
moment.
We cannot heal like Deadpool.
No,
We
no,
will
no.
die.
So to start off, I want to say this. I will say this for both movies. We're going to jump around a bit, I
Wow, why
imagine,
the
because
fuck
it's
not?
Beer Belly Last Call. It's whatever the fuck
Yeah.
we want and whatever you want because you're paying for it. So if you have suggestions, let us know. But anyway, I really appreciate these movies because I think it's an amazing and surprisingly great balance of comedy, obviously action,
And heart.
and heart. Like
Yeah.
there are emotional
Definitely.
beats in both movies where I'm like, what the fuck?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Deadpool 1 come out on Valentine's Day?
Yes, I do believe you
But
are
like their
1,000% correct.
advertisements were like Valentine's
Yes.
themed.
Yes, and then I remember Sin likes to bring up this one every now and then, where Deadpool 2. Do you remember which celebrity they had to promote it in the beginning?
Celebrity?
Uh huh.
No, which
They
celebrity?
sang a song for Deadpool as well.
I did not know that.
Celine Dion. No,
Really?
Yeah. Where she has like because she's officially part of the soundtrack, and he's like pirouetting and stuff like that around her, and then basically,
Wow.
long story short, she calls him Spider-Man. It's really funny.
Ryan Reynolds really got them connections. Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, after the success of Deadpool 1, I mean, it's freaking ridiculous.
Who doesn't want to be in it?
Exactly. Be affiliated.
I want to
with
be in it.
I want to be inside of it,
Mm-hmm.
not just in it. But yes, so awesome movie. I'm gonna look it up real quick. What the budget was compared to what it made, because I know it was like astronomical.
What do you think the budget was before you look it up?
I'm gonna say $30 million.
Really?
Which is low for a movie.
I'm gonna
extremely
say
low for a movie.
55.
I think you're right. That sounds
I
better.
think 55.
Deadpool 1 budget
58?
and collection. Wow, 58. Nice, great guess. Budget of 58 million, went on to gross over $780 million worldwide.
Not bad.
So
700 million? I mean, it's poor people money, but
Not bad though. Pretty good.
Oh.
Great effort. Maximum effort, Ryan Reynolds. We appreciate you.
What
You did okay.
What about 2? Let's see the jump in budget because this one did so well. You know it's going to go up.
I'm going to say 300 million now.
I'm going to say 255.
Ooh,
I like the 55.
Deadpool
Yeah.
2
I should have priced this right
budget
too.
and box office. I know, right?
Wow, it's 110.
110 budget? That's low.
We were both
Kind of.
Prices Right rules. We're both.
And it earned even more, about the same actually, 785 million. So they still made a fucking killing off both movies. That's awesome.
Crazy to think that they technically made less.
Oh yeah, oh no,
like,
yeah,
If you
certainly,
subtract the budget.
certainly, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still a lot of money.
They made about 50 million less, more, or so, which is still really good considering
I'll take that. I mean, I'll take 2 mil.
Yeah, they did like over 7 times the budget, which typically movies want 2 or 3 times the budget to make sure, or at least 3 times, I would say, to make sure they cover for all their expenses.
Yeah.
But god dang, over 7 times that amount, and before that, even more so, like 14 times the amount. So it's still pretty damn impressive. And it goes to show, I think it was well earned because these movies are ridiculous. You got the opening scene. I'm sure the first movie anyway, but I do like the opening scene though too, where he's like basically like it shows how Wade Wilson is like a humble hero, but he considers himself a villain for the
not a
most part,
hero.
a bad guy,
He's
if
an
you will.
anti-hero. Correct
Yes.
yourself, nerd.
Anti-hero.
It's crazy to think that before you get into that part is somebody leaked Deadpool footage because Fox did not want to make that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then that leaked footage is what sparked the whole we're going to make this fucking movie.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And that is the scene, right?
Mm-hmm. I believe it is that opening part, which it's like
Wow.
and the thing is, it's awesome. It's hilarious. Like, I love the way he's handling the bully, and even like the switch up where the bait and switch where you think it's one guy that's guilty and the other one's just an innocent pizza delivery boy.
Yeah.
And then it totally turns the scene on its head and is like hilarious. I love the swagger that Wade Wilson has throughout the entire film, to where he's just like, he knows how good he is. He knows how strong he is and how keen he is with his skills. And so he can completely not take anything that's happening seriously. Yeah.
And, he doesn't die.
And but before he even gets his powers,
yeah.
I should say, like when he like kisses the guy in the face.
He's like a bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. A mercenary bounty hunter, if you will. It's pretty hilarious. And I will say, I know that the actor / comedian has made mistakes for sure, but T.J. Miller is hilarious.
I thought he was so good.
It
It sucks that he's not in part 2.
I know. It really does. I wonder if they'll bring him back for 3. I don't think they will.
No, he did some podcast and he said something like he doesn't think Ryan Reynolds liked him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
And,
unfortunate.
it's also not good when you call on a bomb threat, I think is what he did.
Yeah.
But he had like brain surgery or some shit like that.
Oh, wow. So
I don't
he
know
was
if you
kind
know
of
about that.
a little off his rocker
Yeah,
at the time.
Hey, well, you're missing a part of your brain. You might be a little...
I've been missing part of my brain since birth, then if that's
Spoilers, it's there. You're just dumb.
It's just like an area that's just like an off green that just doesn't want to function. It's like, nah, we're chill. We're good.
It's there.
We're reserving our batteries for something else.
Not thinking.
Exactly. Why think when you could just be chill and relaxing? Absolutely. But yeah, these movies, completely hilarious. Great balance of of again heart, comedy, and action. I can't believe that they were able to get this made and have it be as great as it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like was the vast majority of the budget obviously maybe on the CGI, because the suit looks great. Like the vast majority of it, if I remember correctly, is not real, or at least his face isn't real for the most part. But they do a great job of making it look good, like in every scene. It doesn't seem like it's like I'm not looking at this at every fight scene and being like, "That's completely fake. That's completely fake."
Oh, I do.
Do
Just
you
to ruin the experience.
pick it apart for yourself? Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I would imagine a lot of it did go to CGI, because look at Colossus.
Yes, he does look really good.
He looks great. He
Mm-hmm.
looks really, really good.
I was laughing at it last night when I was watching the first movie again. At like the scene where Deadpool first meets Colossus and how he's just like completely unable to do anything to him.
Yeah. Hits him in the dick. That didn't work. That's my go-to move. I'd be terrified if that doesn't work.
Crack the dick and walk away. Crack the dick and walk away. That's all you can do. That's what my papa taught me.
Oh my God.
You find a man bigger than you, do it and run.
I love the relationship.
Oh,
One's
for sure.
so serious and one isn't.
Yeah, you gotta have the
like
balance.
us.
Yeah, absolutely. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I couldn't believe how young she was in the first movie. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second one, she is the cute girlfriend Kimiko.
Kimiko,
We're like
hi,
Deadpool's.
Kimiko.
Yeah, super sweet.
I think I like Kimiko too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I hope she has more scenes in the next one, if she's still in the franchise or not.
I don't think
We'll
they're
see.
gonna be. I mean, I obviously don't know, but I feel like they're not gonna be in it a lot.
Probably not. I mean, when you have Hugh Jackman in a movie, some people are going to fall by the wayside. Similar like a Deadpool 2, with Cable and everything like that. Which, I mean, also, I will say I wasn't that. I mean, I was hype as fuck for Cable to finally be in a movie.
Yeah.
But the first time I watched Deadpool 2, I wasn't extremely impressed with the portrayal.
With Josh
and
Brolin, really?
Well, I mean, Josh Brolin's an amazing actor. I don't want to take that away from him.
Thanos.
I just think what they did with Cable the first time around, I wasn't that impressed. Second time I watched the movie, and then subsequently third time, more recently when I watched it, I was like, okay, no, this is pretty badass. This is pretty badass. And fucking hilarious how he's like the butt of the joke multiple times. Where the running joke in the movie that Deadpool keeps saying is that he's like a racist. He's like an apologist for Cable's racism accusationally. Like even at the end in the quote unquote death scene, and he's just like I was thinking about it when I was getting ready for this morning showering, and Josh Brolin's response to Deadpool dying and still accusing him of racism but forgiving him for his racism, and he's just like, Jesus.
It's so good. I think 2 was a little bit more funnier in my opinion.
Do you?
I
Okay.
love I don't remember his name, the little fat kid. How he tries,
Rusty?
Yeah, Rusty. How he tries to be best friends with Deadpool.
Oh yeah, he had every reason to be mad in that movie. Like I don't completely blame the kid.
No, 100%. It makes sense.
Yeah, when he finally gets like almost vengeance on the people that like raised him as a kid.
Yeah.
Well earned. I mean, it's kind of sad, but well earned. I liked it. Crazy movie.
I love when they recruit the team.
Oh, of course.
I think that is my favorite scene from both movies.
Really?
Especially when Invisible Man shocks himself. Or, God, what's his name? The alien, how he gets fucking torn up by a helicopter.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I was laughing so hard.
Absolutely.
How they all die. Almost all of them.
Almost all of them.
Except for Domino.
Except for, well, obviously, Domino, who's badass, by the way.
Yeah, she's
Zazie
great.
Beetz, pretty crazy.
That's not a power. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's not a power. Yes, it is.
It's an awesome movie. But I think Domino is probably like easily one of my favorite characters in the second one for sure. I don't know if she'll make any more appearances in the third one because, again, you have Hugh Jackman in the movie now as Wolverine. I don't see anyone getting much more screen time besides the two of them now.
No, it's not gonna happen
at this point. But
it's still such a great scene. I love when God, what is his name? Quasar? Is that his name?
maybe.
Where he's like, I'm from a planet and I'm better than you in every single way. And then Deadpool's like, just once I want to go to a planet with dumb fucks where I'm the best thing ever. Isn't that Canada? You shut your mouth.
There are some good meta jokes where it's like it's clearly Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds. It's pretty awesome.
He's great. I've got to say, it's crazy to think. I was thinking about this earlier. I feel like I was a bigger comic book nerd when I was younger.
Sure.
Opposed to now. And when I saw Blade 3, and I loved Ryan Reynolds in that. And then when they announced that he was going to be Deadpool in that shitty Wolverine movie, I was like, oh my God, that is amazing casting. I was like, he's basically Deadpool in Blade 3.
Sure.
Like, you know, the wit part of him at least. And
He was amazing in that
They
movie.
did him dirty.
Well,
They did him dirty.
after the first like cumulative 2 minutes that he's in the movie where he is a merc with a mouth, he's great. I think he is great
When he's like,
when he is
fucking-
actually himself.
yeah.
Like when he has when they allow him to have a personality in
And
the
then
movie,
they did
he
him
is great.
dirty.
And then
They did
then
him so dirty.
yeah, I wonder if they gave like the makeup idea for how he looks outside of the mask when he becomes Deadpool in these two movies, if that was inspired by how hideous they make him.
I think he wanted to fucking just avoid that altogether. Because
Sure.
from my understanding, he saw the script.
Mhm.
He always wanted to do Deadpool.
Sure.
He saw the script of Wolverine. He said, this is awful. And they basically told him, you can either be Deadpool or you're not going to be Deadpool. So he was like, fuck it, I'm going to just take it.
Fair enough.
Crazy to think. You
again-
know it's going to be bad, and you're like, I'm still going to do it.
Right. I mean, but at least because he did it's what helped, in my opinion, create the fervor for it to actually come to eventual fruition. You know,
Deadpool's going to save the MCU.
he is. We need a turnaround. I was thinking about this about a week ago. Because Sin and I watched Winter Soldier randomly the other day.
So good.
So good.
It is the best MCU movie. Period.
Damn, you hear that?
Period.
If you agree or disagree, let us
Period.
know at Beer Belly Pod.
I think everybody's going to agree with me, except maybe the DC fans.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But what was I going to say? I mean, I don't think you're totally off base, though, either. It's an amazing film. But I remember thinking about it. I was like, God dang it. Like, when was the last time you felt this much heart in an MCU movie? Like, I feel like everyone up until Endgame, I mean, even Endgame, but then post-Endgame, I feel like it's been a little harder to kind of feel that emotional oomph to the
There
MCU
was
films of late.
Well, here's my thing. I'm going to talk a little shit about the MCU.
Please do.
I think
Constructive criticism.
Spider-Man No Way Home, is that the last one?
Yes.
That one I think is just a gimmick.
But it is heartfelt.
It is, but I think like it was only so good because of the gimmick of you were bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Which was hype, but still gimmick.
And we've talked about this several times. Laziest fucking way of introducing characters. Laziest fucking way.
Sure.
It's
sure.
frustrating.
Yeah. Well, the first time
And then they
we've
did
talked about
yeah.
it. The Andrew Garfield scene was awesome. Like the way they did it, it was like I was frozen in my seat and mouth agape.
Even
And then you get freaking Tobey Maguire in a
coulda done it.
bathrobe getting milk.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I disagree with you.
It should have
Just
been done differently.
Let me open up a portal and bring one in. Oh, let's repeat it. But I'm saying
Like
from
2
the
minutes
beginning-
later.
From the beginning, I just think that's dumb. I think it could have been done so much more better.
Sure, sure.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I thought was good.
Yeah.
I still enjoy that movie, but
I enjoy it more now.
It does not compare to most of the best MCU movies.
Sure.
You know, in the Infinity Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians 3 was amazing.
Of course.
Guardians 3 was so good.
You know what? You're right. That is a heavily emotional
Oh
movie.
my
So
God.
I'm glad you brought that up because I would have chastised myself later thinking about it.
Yeah, no. I gotta bring this up. Yvonne and I talk about this all the time when we were there, and it's the sad scene where like the animals are gonna die, and you just hear this fucking dude. it like takes you out of the moment, and he's by himself. He's like this lonely dude sitting on the bottom
Lonely,
left,
hardcore
and
dude.
everybody's like, the theater's quiet, and you just start hearing. And I'm like,
But
he's a bitch.
Not Taves, no.
You see the guy over there? He's a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
You know he's drinking a White Claw.
If you were more drunk when you saw it, you definitely would have said that out loud. You should
Who
have.
brought the bitch?
Jesus Christ. If you're watching and that was you, let us know.
You're a bitch. Yes, let us know that you're a bitch.
That's cold.
So it's and then after that, I think all the other movies have been just either okay or bad. Shang-Chi's okay.
Shang-Chi's pretty great, I think.
I've watched it. You know, I watched it a second time a few months ago, and it was a bit of a grind to get through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's great.
I think
personally.
the action scenes, especially the bus action scenes, amazing.
Yeah, it is really good choreography.
But the Deadpool movies, especially Logan, I think are just gonna save the MCU 100%.
Yeah.
I might say that the first two saved Fox.
Who'd have thunk? I was going to say, who'd have thunk it would be Fox to possibly contribute towards saving the MCU?
It wasn't Fox.
Who'd have thunk?
It was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I 100% think it's Ryan Reynolds.
And Fox probably doesn't deserve much credit. All they
Nowadays,
did was
no. They sold the rights back to Marvel is what they did.
and they did kind of the right thing, I would say. I trust it in Disney's hands over Fox any day of the week for sure. I mean, unless you're looking forward to Kraven the Hunter, of course. I wish I was.
Oh yeah, the animal lover. I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard the rumor is. He's gonna love animals.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
God.
And
okay.
Sony is so excited about this. They pushed the release date.
Oh.
To a later time.
To line up for a PETA convention or what?
I wish that'd make more sense if I'm being honest with you, because they feel like people are gonna love the movie so much that they're gonna want to see it again. I think they did it around Christmas time, so when people have like days off.
Sure.
That's the rumor. That's not officially said by Sony, but I follow a few leakers who are pretty on point.
Sure.
And that's what they're saying, that Sony thinks that people are gonna love it so much that they're gonna go back.
I don't know what to think anymore. I'm completely dumbfounded by that statement you made that you've heard, but I imagine is probably true.
You know how you say that movie? You put Deadpool in it.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
There you
that
go.
would make it hilarious.
Right in there.
Is it going to be like Morbius and take itself way too seriously? Which I've still not seen, but obviously from the trailers, the mood is too serious.
I mean, I haven't seen that one. I've seen Madam Web, and that shit is fucking.
Wait, you
terrible.
did watch that movie?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Why'd you watch? I thought you weren't going to watch it.
I watched it twice.
Are you lying to me right now?
I am not lying to you right now. I wish I was, if I'm being honest with you.
Wait. Back. I'm. What? Two things. One, this is supposed to be about Deadpool.
We talked about it. You know how you make Madam Web better? You put Deadpool in it. All right, that's one.
To those of you still with us that didn't say, this is supposed to be about Deadpool, what the fuck? Off. You know?
we brought him up.
Welcome to Beer Belly, everybody.
We do whatever the fuck we want.
Yes. Oh, my God. Secondly, why did you see it twice after you strongly telling me you were never going to watch this movie?
I never wanted to watch it.
Why did you see it twice? I need the reason now.
So the first time I watched it,
the people deserve an answer.
I stayed at my parents' for a week, and my dad was adamant about watching it. So it was either stare at the floor for an hour and a half, which honestly probably would have been the better decision.
You don't feel better about masturbating more than 5 times in a day. So it's like, what's one less time?
So I sat there and I watched that god-awful movie.
He didn't deny it.
Terrible. 6 times, and then I get tired. And
Jesus.
The second time, which was recent, was probably like 3 weeks ago. My wife wanted to watch it. So I was like, put it on. But I'm going to complain the entire time.
But you're going to pay attention then if you're complaining.
I was half paying attention.
Okay.
Because that movie is fucking awful.
Does it have an inkling of being cool? Because
no.
I was going to say, it's so many more spider people that we get that we haven't really gotten before in cinema. So I really think
full spoilers. I'm gonna stop you right now, AJ.
You have a chance to leave right now and come back and after watching the movie.
You get maybe a minute worth of those Spider Women. Maybe.
The rest is just a mystery or something?
The rest, it's a future sequence that shows what they are gonna become. But the movie's in present time, so they're just 3 teenage girls being fucking bitches
that are clearly probably in their 30s or so. No offense, you're beautiful women.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
So you whatever you saw in the trailers of those Spider Women, that's literally it. I'm not even like being dumb. It's fucking retarded.
Cumulatively about 2 to 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, it's
hey, we got a budget, baby. This is Fox. You want Disney money? Talk to them. But otherwise, we got to run with what we got.
Wow.
New Mutants didn't work out. We're still trying to pay that back right now, and we're rolling the.
Okay.
Oh, was it good? I haven't seen that one either.
It's okay. It's not. It's nothing amazing.
I've been wanting to watch Morbius. I really have, but everything you've said and my wife negating the possibility of watching it with her at all has turned me away from it. Well, you watched Madam Web twice. You can't tell me not to watch Morbius
I had no
at
choice
all.
The first time. I had absolutely no choice.
You did masturbate a 7th time.
I could have.
Look at the
I
floor.
could have broke the record, but It hurts after a while, AJ.
It was just dust at a
It
certain
hurts.
point. It felt like a ghost sneeze. That's all that was
my
left.
God. So Deadpool.
I'm sorry, everybody. But you know what you signed on for. This is Beer Belly, bitches. That's all there is to it.
It's beer belly, bitches. I like that.
That's all there is to it. And like I said, you're gonna watch beads of sweat go down my head. I hope I take the time to edit this. God dang it.
They were good movies. Deadpool 1 and 2 were fucking amazing.
Oh, we're back to that again?
Yeah,
Okay.
we should maybe talk about it a little bit more. I like.
Yeah, I think so.
I like at the end of the first one, like at the post-credit scene.
Sure.
Ryan Reynolds just basically says what's gonna happen in the second one.
With the Ferris Bueller's Day Off outro. Yeah.
We're gonna bring cable.
But that was like so hype. I remember looking at Sin the first time we saw that scene and we're like, what the fuck? And then sure enough, a few years later, it happened. It was awesome.
Crazy to think that Josh Brolin played both Thanos and Cable.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Crazy.
And now that the Fox averse is mixing with the MCU verse, if you will.
I wonder if they're going to bring that up in Deadpool.
I'm sure they will. I mean, they already referenced, I remember technically, again, it was 2 Fox properties. Yeah, Beast was technically, he like slowly closes the door.
Yeah, they show Xavier and they show Cyclops, Scott Summers.
I think it was like a shot from the original movies that they inserted into the movie. You know what I mean? Like it was like old footage.
I think it was legit.
Really? They got John Marston to be a part of that? That would be cool. That would be cool. Can we talk about X-Men 97? No, we should save that for a future episode of Beer Belly Last Call. But I'm just going to say,
X-Men 97 is so fucking good.
we will get to that in a future
The
episode. And
name's Gambit.
if you want,
remember it.
oh,
Mon ami.
I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Oh,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Okay, so Deadpool.
So Deadpool. So yes, budget for the first one obviously minuscule, but they did. I mean, is there a better example of more bang for your buck? You know what I mean? For making gold out of what they were given. You know, it's ridiculous, and so I think that only further adds to the hype of Deadpool and Wolverine that's coming out very soon. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about these movies other than they're fantastic.
You should watch them.
Everyone should watch them. If you're a 5-year-old kid and you've never seen a superhero movie, this should definitely be your first one.
Wow.
You'll be desensitized for every other one
There's
to come.
booby in the first one, right?
Yes.
There's
Yes.
some titty?
And a little bit of shadow of penis, if you will, as well, during that first fight scene with he and Francis, or Ajax, if you will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see Ryan Reynolds' ass?
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
cool. It's a good looking ass.
It's not. I was gonna say this. He is a stud. When he like in the first 10 minutes of the film, when he's like Wade Wilson just being Wade Wilson before Deadpool, it just reminds you of how handsome of an actor he is.
Pretty good looking guy.
It's kind of ridiculous. I'm like, Jesus Christ, right now. Come on. It's not fair for the rest of us. And even when he does get all cancerous from the experiments that they do to him and such,
You still tap it?
he still has the bone structure. I'm sorry. He still has the bone structure.
You tap it.
It's still there. Yes. Like the cheek, everything. It's ridiculous. I'm like, come on.
Okay.
Come on. It's not
Why
fair
not?
compared to us uggos who have to look like this on
We
the
look
daily.
like we were experimented on.
Yeah, 100% from birth. God damn.
What else can we talk about? I like the fact that the post-credit scene from the second one, they're actually going to do it in this one too.
Yes.
He talks to Hugh Jackman, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
Well, talks
Yes.
to him. I love how he shoots himself when he's reading the Green Lantern script.
That's right. He goes back in time to stop all the bad
Crazy
things
to
from
think he was a
happening.
Green Lantern.
I know.
There's been a lot of bad superhero movies. Two good, two bad. So he's at a 50-50 ratio right now.
Yeah. Well, here's to another great point.
Mhm.
Here we go. Let's make it to 99% great movies. That 33 will still be there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, 65-35. We'll call it that.
Okay.
How about
I
that?
was like, I think your math's a little
I was
off,
going to say,
but
it might still be wrong, actually.
that green side of your brain is taking over.
God. It's trying to wake up right now, and I'm feeding it beer, so there you go.
Just to calm it down, right? And then he kills the bad Deadpool.
Yes, of course. You know what I've been wanting to see is Colossus not get his ass kicked for once. Because you get the first movie where he gets his ass torn up in that final fight at the very end before Deadpool gets to Francis and all that.
Yeah.
And then he fights the Juggernaut and gets his ass handed to him again.
I mean, it's a motherfucking Juggernaut.
I grew up. That is true. That is true. But I grew up as a little kid. He was one of the first X-Men that I liked a lot because of the side-scrolling 90s video game.
Nice.
Or was that game built in the 80s or not? It doesn't matter.
I think early 90s.
I played it in like 92 or something like that when I was like 3 years old or something like that.
Nice.
And
Respect.
oh yeah. I remember that. But my grandpa would take me to where was it? Round Table Pizza. I was way too short to reach like the top because it was like probably to reach the controls you had to be at least like 4.5 feet tall. I was maybe like a foot, so he'd give me a bar stool, stand up on top of it, and start playing as Colossus. I loved that video game when I was a kid. He'd take me every time,
Nice.
spend the quarter. I'd get as far as I could. Wasn't very far.
No, I don't imagine. Even now, you don't get that far.
No. And like I said on Taproom Podcast, I still can't reach the controls. So there's that.
There's that problem with you. I think when I was that age, I was more likely to play either TMNT.
Oh sure, no, that one is amazing too.
Or Simpsons.
Absolutely amazing. Shout out to Skate Express and other arcades where they would have those. Or what about Cowboys? Where it was.
God, I haven't played that one in a long time.
There's the video game where it's the cows as cowboys, which was like a 90s cartoon. And then there's the Cowboys where you're actually a cowboy. Does that make sense?
Now I'm confused.
I am too.
You turned my brain a little green.
To anyone not as old as we are, I know you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. I'm talking about.
I don't know what
John's
you're
innocent
about.
in this one. I'll give him that credit. But Deadpool, great franchise.
But Deadpool, amazing.
I have not seen any of the trailers. I have not watched anything of this yet. All I've seen are like the beginning leaks where people were complaining about Hugh Jackman wearing sleeves as Wolverine. And they're like, it's not, 90s cartoon accurate and stuff like that. It's like, I get it, but skin condition and all that makes sense. But other than that, I have not seen anything.
Didn't see Iron Man's gonna be in it.
Now I know you're messing with me. At least I hope you're messing with me.
I mean, it is a multiverse movie.
We'll see what happens.
No, you didn't see that?
I did not see it. I don't know what to think.
Chris Evans as the Human Torch in it?
I did not
see
see
the trailer
it.
that they just released yesterday?
Now I think you're probably telling the truth. And I think Chris Evans, if he is in the movie, has a good enough sense of humor to actually let that happen.
I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen that trailer. I do know that the Human Torch has not shown on that, but leakers are saying that he's going to be in it. Leakers aren't always on point.
Right.
But there are rumors that he's going to show up as the Human Torch.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
And I think it can work out because Sean Levy, I think, is the director.
Uh-huh.
He directed Free Guy, Fall Guy.
Fall Guy.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
The one with Ryan Reynolds?
Mm-hmm.
The one where he's in the computer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. He directed that one. And there's that amazing scene where he gets the Captain America shield. And then Chris Evans like, what the shit? No, Fall Guy's not it.
Yeah, that's Ryan.
Free Guy. I think it's
Gosling.
called Free Guy.
Free Man?
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Free Guy. Free Guy.
Yeah, you are right. My bad. I watched that movie too. It's a good movie.
I mean, it's a possibility that it seems like he has a good relationship with Chris Evans.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be hilarious. I hope it happens.
Yeah.
But God, I really do hope it happens. I really do. That would be amazing. Well, by the time this is out, you guys will know. And then we will know then too. So we'll see what happens.
And when are you watching that movie again?
I'm hoping that weekend. I'm really hoping that weekend.
Well, I got you, bro. I'm watching it that Thursday. I'll let you know.
Jesus.
When you see the phone call coming in, you know. You'll know.
Get ready for all the news.
Yeah.
Not spoilers, news. That's what he's giving me.
I'm giving you 24 hours to watch this movie, AJ.
I can make that happen.
24 hours, and then I'm fucking ruining it for you.
We will be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine when that does come out, so be on the lookout for that. I don't think that one will be a Beer Belly Last Call. That will just be a fun bonus episode for us to talk about. That'll air for free, so just keep that in mind. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we head out for the day?
How badass.
Please.
Was Deadpool.
Pretty badass.
Just sprinkling in at the end.
No, of course. To make sure that there is at least a decent Deadpool sandwich to whatever the fuck this was right now.
It was good. It's crazy that it's a rated R movie. It's insane
I'm so glad
that it's rated R with Disney MCU rated R.
That's happening for sure.
It's rated R.
It's official.
It's 100% rated R.
Oh my God.
The first MCU rated R movie, and you know the parents are taking all their kids. I'd take my kid.
Oh, for sure. They have no idea what the fuck their kids are going to be getting into unless they're a good parent and at least prep
I mean,
them.
the good thing is you ain't gonna see titty.
Maybe not.
I don't think so. I
It's
think
Deadpool.
it's rated R for the violence
You
and
can
the
stream
language.
titty on Disney Plus right now with Deadpool 1.
Yeah.
And ass and dick. Shadow.
Dick Shadow. Dick Shadow, yes.
We found the name of the episode.
Dick Shadow. It's not an episode.
You're right. My bad. God damn it. That being said, you never know, though. You really never know. You never know.
About Dick Shadow? No, I know.
I mean, I'll say this. I remember being concerned. I think we all were concerned about, I don't know, 5 years ago when there was like talks of this eventually somehow happening. And me saying at one point on a previous podcast we used to have, shout out to SC Geek Pod, that I'm worried that they're just going to water this down to a PG-13 version of what Deadpool should be. But since it's confirmed hard R, we'll see it.
Hard R.
We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, same.
I think they're going to do a great job. I think Ryan Reynolds, I trust in Ryan Reynolds making it blatantly clear to Disney and everyone involved. I mean, and the money talks louder than anything, that as long as you give the creative freedom, they will make gold out of whatever you give them.
Yeah.
So just let Jesus take the fucking wheel. In this case, I guess Ryan Reynolds, Jesus.
Ryan.
I might
Well,
go to hell for
he
saying
actually
that.
says it in the trailer.
There you
In my
go.
Marvel Jesus. I think you saw that trailer.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
The Super Bowl trailer?
No,
So you didn't see when they showed Captain America without a shield
no,
in Deadpool?
no.
And Logan?
Stop! Now I know you're. God damn it. I hope this all happens. It's not going to happen, but I hope it does anyway. I want to get my mind blown. I want to laugh my ass off, and I want to cry a little bit when Deadpool and Wolverine comes out for everyone to enjoy. Thank you very much for watching Beer Belly Last Call, the very first episode. I know we meandered
We went
all over the
off the
place.
rails.
We tried to warn you in the beginning, and sure enough, it came true. So if you have any suggestions on what we should talk about in future episodes of Beer Belly Last Call, let us know. You're paying the $5 a month to make this happen. You're keeping the lights on for us. You're helping support the show. So the least we can do is possibly accommodate what you guys want us to talk about in the future, whether it's a movie, a TV show, a comic, a video game, whatever it might
porno.
be. A porn. Well, I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, what if we just randomly, in front of us, behind the camera, there's a nice sized TV. What if we just ran porn in the background silently while we shot the episode and see how often we choose to try to ignore it completely
We're both. It's not going to be a successful episode.
or get distracted, depending on the porn that's on. I don't know. I'm just going to hit random.
It's not gay if I jack off with my bro sitting next to me, right?
No, that's camaraderie. Excuse
okay,
you.
okay.
Jesus.
My bad. My bad.
It's the great beer belly wars. You got to do what you
Yeah,
can during
yeah.
wartime.
I'm the only one who lives through that. I don't know if you heard.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the one who gets sacrificed. We've talked about this. You don't live through the great beer belly wars.
Jesus Christ.
I guess I don't either, but
I mean, I hope, yeah. Oh, that's true. If you go back to that episode, I guess the lore is that we both die, but John lives on for a moment longer.
yeah.
Fair enough. Again, thank you so much. Again, beerbellypod@gmail.com. You can email us anytime at beerbellypod on all your favorite socials. Hit us up or even comment on patreon.com/beerbellypod. Let us know in the comments of each episode, wherever you prefer to let us know. If you want to keep things more private, again, you can email us, whatever you want.
Oh.
But let us know how you like this, what you think we should do for future episodes as well, what beer we should continue to drink for different episodes as well. We want to be able to make this the show that you want because you're the ones paying for it. And we're happy to accommodate. So again, thank you so much for your patronage.
Thank you, guys.
It helps a lot. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, this really went off the rails. Holy shit. I thought we were going to try to keep it slightly structured. I'm glad we didn't.
We talked about half an act, maybe.
Oh, my God.
Maybe.